Welcome back to the dojo, y'all. Welcome back to the daily discussions. I'm your host, Professor Hawk Sensei. If you're new to the channel, I want to say thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you could join me. Okay, so the topic of discussion for today: don't take life too seriously. I mean that. Don't take life too seriously. What I'm really getting at, when I'm saying don't take life too serious, don't get caught up on your expectations. Oh, I need to have this by the time I'm 25. I need to have this by the time I'm 30. I need to have this by the time I'm 40. You don't know how your life is going to turn out. You don't know which twists and turns, curves and dips, highs and lows. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what you'll be able to do. You don't know if your finances may come into hardship or whatever. You might want to start a business and you might have to end up filing for bankruptcy. Who knows? Who knows? What I'm saying is, don't take life too serious. Be intentional with what you're trying to do out here, sure. Be intentional with what you're trying to do and what you're trying to get done. But don't get so caught up on the vision that you have. Because if the vision doesn't pan out exactly the way that you foresaw it, you're going to be upset. You're going to be mad. You're going to be disappointed. And to spare you all that unnecessary emotion, all that unnecessary negativity, I want you to take life in stride. Take each day. Take each day. One day at a time. I know it's good to look towards the future and look ahead and plan ahead. But nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's written in stone until it is. So don't get so caught up on what you should have or what you should be doing or where you think you should be at this point in time. Because nobody ever really knows where they're going to be. You may come into a great era of success and then in turn lose it because you weren't ready for it. You weren't responsible enough to handle the blessings that you were given. So it's good to take your time. It's good to take your time. Usually, with time comes experience. And experience counts a lot more than everything else. You may have a mind for something. You may be good at it, on paper. It might sound good. But when it comes time to show and prove and actually do the work, you may be missing a couple things. That's what I mean. Don't take it all too serious. Take it in stride. Take yourself serious. Yes, take yourself serious. But don't be taking life too serious. Know how serious you should take it. Know how far you should take things. Know when to draw the line. Know where the limit is. Know when enough is enough. Because you can get so wrapped up in trying to achieve this dream or this vision or this goal that you neglect everything else in your life and you forget to enjoy life. You forget to enjoy life because you're so wrapped up in chasing the bag. You're so wrapped up in getting that clout. You're so wrapped up in getting those clicks, getting those views. I understand. It's like a dopamine rush. You know what I mean? If you never got high, never smoked weed, you know what I mean? That feeling you get when you get a whole bunch of likes and clicks and views on your video, it probably feel kind of somewhat the same. You know what I mean? So it's people who's chasing that dragon. They chasing that high of likes, views, because it translates into money. They're like, yeah, I'm getting to the bag. Everybody on here who's creating content, they trying to get to the bag. But I think the people who are going to be the most disappointed are the ones who put their all into it and still didn't see no result, no return. You know what I mean? You can't expect to see results or see a return. You just got to do your best and hope people like you and hope people subscribe and show you love. You know what I mean? That goes in any venue or any endeavor where you're trying to gain the favor of the public. You want the public to like what it is that you're doing, or to like you, or like your brand, or, your service. In a court of public opinion, you want to be liked and respected and appreciated. That's ultimately what you want if you're trying to achieve success outside of, employment or whatever. You want the people to support you. And the people can be quite fickle. Yes, the people can be quite fickle. That's why I think it's important to invest in things that are needed and necessary. Like, for example, like becoming a barber. People gonna always want to look good. Always want to groom themselves. So a barber is gonna be in demand. Now, I don't particularly agree with all the crazy prices that's going on right now, but if you look enough, you'll find somebody with a reasonable price. You know what I mean? If you got enough money, get some vending machines. Vending machines are a great investment because people always want snacks. Like you gotta put it in the right spot. Maybe airports, laundromats, you know what I mean, barbershops, anything. You just gotta know where to put it. Where's a good place to put it? You might wanna do lawn care, lawn service, cutting grass and stuff like that. People gonna always want their yard to look nice. And I think even in some places you can get fined if your yard isn't kept. You know what I mean? So that's something else. Being a plumber, you know what I mean? People gonna always need somebody who can come through and fix the water system in your house. You know what I mean? You're gonna always need electricians, tradesmen and stuff like that. Look into things that's always needed. And then on the outskirts of that, when you have time, work on your extracurricular activities, work on your dreams and your goals. Because the main thing you need to do is maintain. You need to survive. I know they say, yeah, man, having a plan B takes away from plan A. I mean, sure, hey. But honestly, we gotta be realistic, and you gotta be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You can't be expecting everybody to give you handouts and help you that begging. Like, man, depending on the people, and that's depending on how they feel at that time, or if they pockets can even, support another mouth. So, whatever you're trying to do in life, I don't want you to get so caught up on that vision. You can see the vision, you can work toward the vision, but don't make that the entirety of your life, because if it don't pan out, you're going to feel like ending it all. You're not going to feel like living no more. You're going to feel like throwing in the towel, giving up. That's why it's good to have more than just a plan A, something to fall back on. You know what I mean? If you want to go all in, I can't tell you not to. Can't tell you not to go all in if that's what you want to do. But you always got to remember, it don't always work out. For all the people who made it in the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, the MLB, whoever made it, you know what I mean, in Hollywood, the odds are astronomically not in your favor. And not only that, those people are handpicked. Those people are chosen. You know what I mean? Those people are chosen. What they gotta do to be accepted that's a whole nother story, and that's not what this channel's really about. But, you know what I mean? Those people are chosen. So for the rest of us who aren't chosen by the powers that be, we gotta figure it out. We gotta make our own way. And as long as you can maintain, as long as you can keep food on your table, as long as, you know what I mean, you can make your bills, handle your responsibilities, I think that's okay. I think too many of us, we want to throw away our privacy for a life of prestige. I think all too often we get hypnotized and seduced with the glamorous life, the life of pearls, rubies, diamonds, and so much money you don't know what to do with. I don't really think we should strive for that type of life. I think we should strive for a comfortable, enjoyable life where we get to share our passions with other people who are interested in it. You don't need 1 million followers to do that. Maybe a couple thousand, you know what I mean? And you'll be all right. Don't take life too seriously. Your visions of success and all that, the more you focus on them, the more it takes away from the enjoyment there is to be had in life. Now, if you can make it, if you wanted an astronomical fusion, hey, more power to you. Do what you want, do what you will. But I'm really talking to the people who may be struggling, who may not see a light at the end of the tunnel, and they feel desperate. You know what I mean? Desperate people do desperate things. But we want to get away from that desperation. We want to get to a place of comfort. We don't always have to strive for luxury and grandeur. Comfortable. We need to celebrate comfort, not so much luxury, because everybody won't get the opportunity to experience luxury. And if they do get to experience, they may not get to experience it for the rest of their life. It may just be for a season. It may just be for a small time. But remember to enjoy life. Take yourself seriously, because if you don't, nobody else will. But don't take life too seriously. Don't get so caught up on what you think should be, or you should have this, or you should be at this place, at this stage, at this age. Don't do that. Don't forget to enjoy your life and be thankful for the things that you do have. That's family, that's good health, you know, that's your livelihood, a decent paying job, transportation, food on the table, resources, people who care about you. You know, I think all too often we take these things for granted. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to remind you. I'm here to remind you the importance of these things. So, with that being said, I'm pretty much done here. I'm going to close the curtain. And we'll have another discussion tomorrow. But before I go, I want to say thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for liking the videos that you liked. Thank you for sharing the videos that you shared. And thank you for subscribing, all the people who have subscribed. I'm hoping that I can dedicate more time to my YouTube channel. Right now, I am working. This is how I'm able to sustain myself and maintain. But, you know, I've been doing the daily discussion things for about a good 5-6 months, I believe it is. I did it starting last October, so this coming October will be one whole complete year of daily discussions. And I'm taking note of who is taking note. I appreciate all of you. So if you like the video, please leave a like. Go ahead and share the video as well, because we're not stingy, we're not selfish over here. And go ahead and subscribe, because you came back too many times not to push that button. That being said, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. Hope you're waking up every day with a plan, a purpose, and a smile. And if you're not waking up with a plan, a purpose, or a smile, hey, at least you're waking up. Till next time, guys. Class dismissed.